What if the respect you so deeply desire is not something you can demand, but only something you can earn in silence? What if there were a set of ancient, timeless rules for building a character so strong that the respect of others becomes an inevitable echo of your own self-mastery? That code exists, and it is the way of the Stoic. 7 rules men use to win respect, compiled and published by Stoic Power. Lesson 1. Self-control sets the foundation. Imagine a master charioteer preparing for the most important race of his life. His chariot is strong, his horses are powerful, but he knows that the single most important factor for victory is his own self-control. It is his firm, disciplined grip on the reins that will transform the chaotic, wild power of his horses into a focused, race-winning force. Without this foundational self-control, the immense power of his horses is not just useless, it is a catastrophic danger. This is the first and most critical rule for winning respect. Self-control sets the foundation. For many of us, however, we are in a state of constant inner conflict, where we are the amateur charioteer, clinging desperately to the reins as our own inner horses. Our impulses, our appetites, our passions drag us wildly across the track. We want to win the race of life, but we have not first learned to master our own vehicle. The problem with this lack of self-control is that it is the very definition of a weak and unreliable character. A man who cannot control his temper, his desires, or his tongue is a man who cannot be trusted, first by himself and then by others. This is a common and painful challenge that people face in the context of emotional mastery and self-discipline. This inner chaos projects an aura of instability that makes deep, lasting respect impossible. People may fear you, they may be entertained by you, but they will never truly respect you because they know that you are not the master of your own soul. The transformative solution is to become the master charioteer of your own life. It is the Stoic habit of making the cultivation of self-control, the virtue of temperance, the absolute and non-negotiable foundation of your entire character. The core idea is that, for the Stoics, all other virtues are built upon the bedrock of self-control. You cannot be courageous if you are a slave to your fear. You cannot be just if you are a slave to your greed. You cannot be wise if you are a slave to your impulses. Self-control is the ground upon which the entire fortress of a respectable character is built. This ancient wisdom feels alive because it reveals that the great battles of life are won not through outward aggression, but through the quiet, internal victory of mastering oneself. A man who has conquered himself is a man who cannot be conquered by anything else. To begin laying this foundation, you must become a disciplined trainer of your own inner horses. The first actionable step is to master a small domain. Choose one small, specific area of your life. Your diet, your wake-up time, your consumption of social media. And for the next 30 days, commit to exercising absolute discipline in that one area. The second step is to practice the Stoic pause. In any situation, train yourself to create a small space between an external stimulus and your response. In that space, you will find your power to choose a disciplined action over an impulsive reaction. The third step is to embrace voluntary discomfort. Regularly and deliberately do things that are difficult and uncomfortable, like taking a cold shower or having a difficult conversation you've been avoiding. This is the act of strengthening your grip on the reins. The benefits of applying these actions are the creation of a profound and unshakable foundation of self-respect. As you prove to yourself, day by day, that you are the master of your own impulses, a deep and authentic confidence will begin to grow. You will find that you are less reactive, more thoughtful, and you will begin to project a quiet, powerful aura of stability that will naturally command the respect of those around you. This is a profound transformation you will experience in your life. Your call to action is to choose your one chariot to master. What is the one small, undisciplined impulse you will commit to controlling for the next 7 days? Will it be complaining? Will it be gossiping? Will it be procrastination? Commit to mastering that one horse. This foundation of self-control is the starting point for all true respect. But this inner strength must be paired with a confidence that is powerful without being arrogant. The next lesson will teach you how to build a quiet, unshakable confidence that naturally stands out. If you're ready to set the foundation for a more powerful life, please like this video, and as a final reader hook, remember to subscribe to the Stoic Power channel. Lesson 2. Confidence without arrogance stands out. Imagine the sun. It is an object of almost unimaginable power and importance, the very center of our solar system. Yet, it performs its duty with a profound and magnificent humility. It does not boast of its heat or demand praise for its light. It simply shines, and in its silent, unwavering, and powerful radiance, it stands out as the natural center of all things. This is the nature of true confidence. This is the second rule men use to win respect. Confidence without arrogance stands out. Many of us, however, are in a state of inner conflict where we mistake arrogance for confidence. We believe that to be confident, we must be loud. We must dominate conversations, we must display our achievements, and we must constantly prove our superiority to others. We are the small, flickering candle, trying desperately to convince the world that it is a star. The problem with this arrogant display is that it is not a sign of confidence at all. It is a clear and unmistakable signal of deep, underlying insecurity. A man who truly knows his own worth does not feel the need to constantly advertise it. The need to boast, to belittle others, and to be the center of attention is a confession that you are seeking your value from the outside world, that you need the applause of others to feel good about yourself. This is a common and painful challenge that people face. While arrogance may intimidate some, it will never win the genuine, lasting respect of high-quality people who can always see the fear and weakness hiding beneath the noisy facade. The transformative solution is to embrace the wisdom of the sun. It is the Stoic habit of building a confidence that is so deep, so real, and so internally sourced that it has absolutely no need for the empty performance of arrogance. It is the art of learning to shine, not to shout. The core idea is that, for the Stoics, true confidence is a quiet and humble state. It is rooted in the unshakable foundation of your own inner citadel, in the knowledge that your self-worth is based entirely on your own character and your commitment to virtue, things that are completely within your control. Arrogance, on the other hand, is always based on externals, on your achievements, your wealth, your looks, things that are ultimately outside of your control and can be taken away at any moment. The Stoic warrior's confidence is peaceful and calm because it is secure. The arrogant man's confidence is anxious and loud because it is fragile. This ancient wisdom feels alive because it offers a path to a more authentic, more powerful, and more respectable way of being in the world. To begin cultivating this quiet confidence, you must become a student of your own worth. The first actionable step is to practice silent competence. In one area of your life, commit to becoming exceptionally good at it, not for the praise it will bring, but for the quiet, internal satisfaction of mastery itself. Let your skill be its own reward. The second step is to become a master of listening. In conversations, focus on understanding the other person, not on waiting for your turn to speak and impress them. A truly confident person is not threatened by the intelligence of others. They are eager to learn from it. The third step is to celebrate the successes of others, genuinely and without envy. This is a powerful demonstration that your own self-worth is not diminished by the achievements of those around you. The benefits of applying these actions are the development of a profound and deeply attractive form of confidence. You will be free from the exhausting and anxious need to perform and to prove yourself. You will move through the world with a calm, humble, and powerful assurance that is not intimidating but inspiring. People will be drawn to your quiet strength and will offer their respect freely, without you ever having to ask for it. This is a profound transformation you will experience in your life. Your call to action is to practice the art of celebration. Your mission for this week is to find one opportunity to genuinely and enthusiastically praise the success or a good quality of another person without adding anything about yourself. Just shine a light on them. This quiet confidence gives you an unshakable core. But this core is constantly being tested by the storms of our own emotions. The next lesson will teach you how to maintain your emotional balance, winning the silent battles that rage within. If you are ready to build a confidence that needs no boasting, please like this video, and as a final reader hook, remember to subscribe to the Stoic Power channel. Lesson 3. Emotional balance wins silent battles. Imagine a skilled tightrope walker, making his way across a high wire suspended between two great cliffs. The wind gusts and sways, threatening to throw him off balance. His victory is not in defeating the wind, which he cannot control. His victory is in the silent, internal battle he wages moment by moment, making thousands of tiny, precise adjustments to maintain his own center of gravity. His emotional balance is what allows him to walk the wire and win the battle without ever fighting the storm. This is the third rule men use to win respect. Emotional balance wins silent battles. Many of us, however, are in a state of inner conflict, where we are the clumsy amateur on the high wire. When the winds of life, a setback, a criticism, a moment of frustration begin to blow, we have no system for maintaining our balance. We either become rigid with suppression, trying to pretend we feel nothing, or we overcorrect with a dramatic emotional outburst, and in both cases, we lose our balance and fall. The problem with this emotional imbalance is that it is a profound display of weakness and a lack of self-mastery. A man who is a slave to his own emotional weather, who is euphoric one moment and in despair the next, is an unreliable and unstable force. This is a common and painful challenge that people face. No one can place their trust or their respect in a person whose inner world is in a constant state of chaos. These silent internal battles are the ones that truly define our character, and a man who is constantly losing them will never be seen as a man of true strength. The transformative solution is to become the master tightrope walker of your own soul. It is the Stoic habit of cultivating a dynamic emotional balance, of learning to feel your emotions without being controlled by them, and of making the constant, small adjustments necessary to keep your reason firmly at your center. The core idea is the Stoic concept of apatheia, which is not apathy or an absence of feeling, but a state of freedom from the tyranny of irrational, disturbing passions. The Stoic warrior feels the gust of anger, but he is not thrown into a rage. He feels the pull of anxiety, but he does not fall into a state of panic. He acknowledges the emotional wind, and then he makes a small, rational adjustment to maintain his balance on the wire of his principles. This ancient wisdom feels alive because it offers a path to a strength that is flexible and resilient, not rigid and brittle. To begin this balancing act, you must become a student of your own inner equilibrium. The first actionable step is to practice emotional observation. When you feel a strong emotion, instead of immediately identifying with it, take a step back in your mind and observe it as you would a weather pattern. The wind of frustration is blowing from the west. The second step is the balancing counterthought. When an irrational, emotional thought arises, you must consciously introduce its rational opposite. To the thought, "This is a disaster," you must introduce the thought, "This is a challenge, and I have the tools to handle it." The third step is to use your body to balance your mind. When you feel agitated, deliberately slow your breathing. When you feel lethargic, stand up and stretch. Use your physiology to influence your psychology. The benefits of applying these actions are the development of a profound and deeply respectable emotional stability. You will find that you can navigate the inevitable ups and downs of life with a new sense of grace and control. People will be drawn to your steady, reassuring presence, seeing you as a source of calm in a chaotic world. You will win the silent battle for your own inner peace, which is the most important victory a man can ever achieve. This is a profound transformation you will experience in your life. Your call to action is to choose your balancing pole. For the next week, your mission is to practice the emotional observation technique. Every time you feel a strong emotion, your only job is to pause and silently label it in your mind. This is anger. This is anxiety. This is the first step in learning to balance on the high wire. This emotional balance is the key to handling the internal storms. But what about when the storm is coming from another person? The next rule will teach you how the quiet virtue of patience can demonstrate a superior form of inner strength. If you are ready to master your own inner battles, please like this video. And as a final reader hook, remember to subscribe to the Stoic Power channel. Lesson 4. Patience demonstrates true inner strength. Imagine a great and ancient mountain standing impassive as a violent thunderstorm rages around its peak. The wind howls, the rain lashes down, and lightning cracks across the sky. The storm is a display of loud, frantic, and temporary power. The mountain, in contrast, demonstrates its strength not through action, but through its immense, silent, and unwavering patience. It simply endures the storm, knowing that the storm will exhaust itself, while the mountain will remain unmoved. This is the fourth rule men use to win respect. Patience demonstrates true inner strength. Many of us, however, are in a state of inner conflict where we are like the storm, not the mountain. We believe that strength is shown through speed, through quick reactions, and through a restless, impatient energy. We want what we want now, and we see patience as a form of weakness, a passive waiting that is beneath us. The problem with this impatience is that it is a clear signal of a lack of self-control and a short-term perspective. A man who is easily frustrated by a delay, who is easily provoked into a hasty decision, who cannot endure a period of waiting, is a man who is not in command of himself. This is a common and painful challenge that people face. This frantic, impatient energy makes others feel anxious, and it demonstrates that you are easily controlled by your circumstances. True strength and true respect are reserved for the person who can remain calm and patient when the world is in a hurry, for the person who has the fortitude to play the long game. The transformative solution is to embrace the wisdom of the mountain. It is the Stoic habit of cultivating a profound and powerful patience, of understanding that the ability to wait, to endure, and to act at the right moment is a far greater demonstration of strength than any impulsive action. The core idea is that patience, for the Stoics, is not a passive act of waiting. It is an active and vigilant state of being. It is a form of wisdom, an understanding of the natural rhythms of life. You cannot force a seed to grow into a tree overnight. You cannot achieve mastery in a single day. The patient man aligns himself with this reality. He does his work, and then he has the strength and the confidence to allow the process to unfold in its own proper time. This patience is often strengthened by the view from above, the ability to see our own small, urgent problems in the context of the vastness of time, which reveals their true, often minor importance. This ancient wisdom feels alive because it offers a direct antidote to the culture of instant gratification that is the source of so much of our modern anxiety. To begin cultivating this mountain-like patience, you must practice the art of the long view. The first actionable step is to deliberately seek out opportunities to practice waiting. When you are in a long line, instead of becoming frustrated, see it as a training session for your patience muscle. The second step is to act and then to let go. When you have done everything within your power on a project, you must have the discipline to then patiently await the result without anxious meddling. The third step is to listen more than you speak. To be a patient listener, to allow someone to finish their thoughts without interruption, is a profound and rare demonstration of strength and respect. The benefits of applying these actions are a massive decrease in your daily levels of frustration and anxiety. You will find that you make far better, more strategic decisions because you will be operating on a longer and wiser timeline than everyone around you. You will develop a reputation as a person of immense stability and fortitude, a calm and reassuring presence in a frantic world. This is a profound transformation you will experience in your life. Your call to action is to take a patience pause. For the next 24 hours, your mission is to deliberately and consciously insert a 5-second pause before you respond to any request or any frustrating event. Just 5 seconds of silent patience. Patience is how you demonstrate strength in the face of time. But what about when you must demonstrate strength in the face of a direct challenge to your space and your self-respect? The next rule will teach you how firm, clear boundaries are the ultimate tool for gaining respect. If you are ready to cultivate the strength of patience, please like this video. And as a final reader hook, remember to subscribe to the Stoic Power channel. Lesson 5. Respect gained through firm boundaries. Imagine a beautiful and sacred garden, a place of immense peace and flourishing life. This garden is protected by a strong, clear, and well-maintained fence. The fence is not there to be hostile to the world outside. Its purpose is a noble one. It exists to protect the precious and valuable things that are growing inside. The fence is a silent but powerful statement of the gardener's profound respect for his own creation. This is the fifth rule men use to win respect. Respect is gained through firm boundaries. Many of us are in a state of inner conflict, where we are trying to cultivate a beautiful inner garden with no fence. We believe that setting boundaries is selfish or unkind. We want to be seen as nice and easygoing, so we allow our time to be wasted, our energy to be drained, and our principles to be compromised, all in the name of avoiding conflict and being liked. The problem with this lack of boundaries is that it is an act of profound self-disrespect, and a person who does not respect himself will never, ever be truly respected by others. When you have no boundaries, you are silently communicating to the world that your time is not valuable, your priorities are not important, and your own well-being is secondary to the desires of everyone else. This is a common and painful challenge that people face. This does not win you respect. It invites exploitation. You are not a sacred garden. You are an open, public field to be trampled by anyone who happens to wander by. The transformative solution is to become the wise and courageous gardener of your own soul. It is the Stoic habit of understanding that setting firm, clear boundaries is not an act of aggression against others, but the ultimate act of respect for yourself. And it is this very self-respect that commands the genuine respect of the world. The core idea is that your boundaries are the practical, real-world demonstration of your own values. The Stoics would see this as a matter of justice. It is just and right to protect your own mind, your own time, and your own mission from undue intrusion. Your boundaries are not emotional reactions. They are the calm, rational policies of your own sovereign kingdom. When you enforce a boundary, you are not being difficult. You are simply upholding the laws of your own land. This ancient wisdom feels alive because it gives us the courage to protect ourselves, reframing it from a selfish act into a noble duty. To begin building your own respectable boundaries, you must become a clear and consistent legislator. The first actionable step is to define your laws. In your journal, write down one clear boundary for your time, one for your energy, and one for your interactions. Be specific. For example, I do not check emails after 8 p.m. or I will not participate in negative gossip. The second step is to communicate your boundaries with calm strength. You do not need to be angry or apologetic. A simple, firm, and respectful no is a complete and powerful statement. The third step is to be willing to enforce your laws. A law without enforcement is merely a suggestion. You must be willing to accept the discomfort of someone's displeasure to maintain the integrity of your own kingdom. The benefits of applying these actions are a massive increase in your self-respect and the respect you receive from others. You will stop feeling like a victim and start feeling like the powerful protector of your own peace. You will find that high-quality, respectful people are attracted to your strength and clarity, while those who cannot respect your boundaries will naturally filter themselves out of your life. This is a profound transformation you will experience in your life. Your call to action is to choose your first law. Your mission for this week is to choose one small, clear boundary and to enforce it with calm consistency every single time it is tested. Be the firm, but just ruler of your own life. These boundaries are the laws that protect your kingdom. But the ultimate respect is reserved for a king whose every choice is guided by a deep and unwavering sense of honor. The next rule will explore how this is the true heart of a respectable character. If you are ready to build your boundaries, please like this video, and as a final reader hook, remember to subscribe to the Stoic Power channel. Lesson 6. Honor maintained in every choice. Imagine a ship's captain navigating his vessel through a dark and treacherous sea. His only guide is the North Star, that one fixed, unmoving point of light in the chaotic night sky. This North Star is his sense of honor, his commitment to his own highest principles. In every single choice he makes, every turn of the wheel, every adjustment of the sails, he has two options. He can make the easy, convenient choice that might offer a short-term advantage, or he can make the choice that keeps his ship perfectly aligned with his true north. The honorable captain always chooses the North Star. This is the sixth rule men use to win respect. Honor is maintained in every choice. Many of us are in a state of inner conflict where we want to be honorable people, but we treat honor as a grand concept reserved for big, dramatic moments. We believe we can cut corners, tell small lies, and make small compromises in our daily lives without it affecting our overall character. The problem with this mindset is that character is not built in the few big moments of our lives. It is forged in the thousands of small, seemingly insignificant choices we make every single day. There is no such thing as a small act of dishonor. Every time you choose the easy wrong over the harder right, you are making a small but significant deviation from your own true north. Over time, these small deviations compound, and you find that your life's ship is miles off course, lost in a sea of your own compromises. A man whose direction is not true cannot be trusted, and therefore he can never be truly respected. This is a common and painful challenge that people face. The transformative solution is to become the honorable captain of your own soul. It is the Stoic habit of understanding that your honor is the only thing you truly own, and that it must be maintained with a vigilant and uncompromising discipline in every single choice you make, no matter how small. The core idea is that for the Stoics, your character is your fate. Your life is the sum total of your choices. They believed that your prohairesis, your moral will, is the most powerful force in your life. The honorable man is simply a man who has disciplined his will to consistently choose what is virtuous and in accordance with his own highest principles. His honor is not a performance for others. It is a profound internal alignment between his values and his actions. This is the very definition of integrity, and it is a quality that radiates a powerful, silent authority. This ancient wisdom feels alive because it calls us to a higher standard of living, not just in the big moments, but in all moments. To begin this practice of honorable navigation, you must first know your true north. The first actionable step is to define your code of honor. In your journal, write down 3 to 5 non-negotiable principles that will guide your choices. For example, I will be ruthlessly honest, or I will always keep my word. The second step is to apply this code to your smallest choices. Practice your honor in the small things so it becomes a habit for the big things. Be on time. Do the work you said you would do. Tell the truth even when it's inconvenient. The third step is to practice a daily review. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did my choices today align with my true north? The benefits of applying these actions are the creation of a character of profound and unshakable integrity. You will build a deep and powerful self-respect that comes from knowing you are a man of your word, a man who can be trusted, especially by himself. This inner integrity will project a silent confidence and authority that will earn you the deepest and most lasting form of respect from others. This is a profound transformation you will experience in your life. Your call to action is the one choice challenge. For the next 24 hours, your mission is to make every single choice, from what you eat to how you speak to others, by first asking the question, what is the most honorable choice I can make right now? All of these rules, self-control, confidence, balance, patience, boundaries, and honor, are not just separate principles. They are the interlocking components of a great and powerful way of life. The final lesson is about how these principles combine to create a lasting and profound influence on the world. If you are ready to live a life of honor, please like this video, and as a final reader hook, remember to subscribe to the Stoic Power channel. Lesson 7. Lasting influence through Stoic principles. Imagine the silent, invisible force of gravity emanating from a great and massive planet. It does not need to announce its presence. It does not need to persuade or to argue. Its own immense, consistent, and principle-governed substance creates a powerful field of influence that silently and effortlessly organizes the entire system around it. Moons, rings, and asteroids are held in a predictable and orderly dance, not by force, but by the planet's very nature. This is the seventh and final rule men use to win respect. Lasting influence is created through the consistent application of Stoic principles. For our entire journey, we have been in a state of inner conflict, learning the individual rules for building a respectable character. We have focused on the what, the self-control, the boundaries, the honor. The final lesson is about the why. It is about understanding the ultimate and profound outcome of a life lived by these rules. The problem is that if we see these rules as just a collection of disconnected tactics for gaining respect, we will have missed the entire point. A man who is patient only because he thinks it will make him look strong is not a patient man, he is a performer. A man who sets boundaries only to win respect is not a man of integrity. He is a manipulator. This is a common and painful challenge that people face. An influence that is built on tactics is fragile and inauthentic. True, lasting influence is not the goal. It is the natural and inevitable consequence of a life lived with genuine virtue. The transformative solution is to embrace the Stoic way of life as an integrated whole. It is the understanding that these 7 rules are not just rules for winning respect. They are the very definition of a good and powerful life. It is the commitment to becoming the great planet, whose gravitational influence is simply a byproduct of its own immense and well-ordered substance. The core idea is the achievement of eudaimonia, the flourishing, well-lived life that is the ultimate aim of all Stoic philosophy. The man who lives by these principles, the man who has mastered himself, who is confident without arrogance, who is balanced, patient, honorable, and bound by his own principles, will not need to seek influence or respect. His very way of being will be influential. His character will have a gravitational pull. He will become a natural center of stability, a source of wisdom, and a quiet leader whose example shapes the world around him in a profound and positive way. This ancient wisdom feels alive because it offers a path not just to being respected, but to being worthy of respect, which is the only thing that a true philosopher, a true warrior, ultimately cares about. To embody this final principle is the work of a lifetime, but the practice is a daily commitment to integration. The first actionable step is to see your life as a unified whole. See how your self-control affects your confidence, how your boundaries affect your patience, how your honor affects everything. See these not as separate lessons, but as interlocking parts of a single, beautiful system. The second step is to make your primary goal in life not to gain respect, but to be a person of impeccable character. You must fall in love with the process of self-mastery for its own sake. The third step is to focus on your contribution. A person of true influence thinks not about what they can get from the world, but about what they can give to it from their own place of strength and virtue. The benefits of applying these actions are the achievement of the most profound and meaningful kind of success a person can attain. You will be free from the anxious and ego-driven pursuit of fame and recognition. You will experience a deep and abiding sense of purpose, knowing that your life is a testament to your highest values. You will become a source of positive influence that will echo long after you are gone. This is a profound transformation you will experience in your life. Your final call to action is a commitment to the journey. Your mission, starting today, is to stop seeing respect as a destination to be reached. Instead, see it as the shadow that you cast. Your only job is to focus on standing as tall and as true as you possibly can, and to let your shadow, your influence, and your respect take care of itself. By building a character founded on self-control, quiet confidence, emotional balance, patience, firm boundaries, and unwavering honor, you become a man whose very being commands a deep and lasting respect, the kind that is never asked for and can never be taken away. True respect is not a prize to be demanded, but a tribute that is silently paid to a man of profound character. By mastering the Stoic rules of self-control, quiet confidence, and unwavering honor, you forge a life of such substance that the respect of the world becomes its natural echo. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. We gently remind viewers to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more wisdom on building a life of unshakable character.